So now you have an inverted image here. Here is the physical target, and it's being inverted here. At this distance, this is what's happening. At this distance, it's not happening. It's dropping down. It's smudging. It's smooching, right? There's no, like you see this part right here, this is drop down. It's smudging. There's no inverted image. This one, right? Okay, so look. This point is closer to us than this point because this point is north and you're going south, and south is away. At this point, at this depth, looking through this angle of this event, you have a duplication of a target. Here it is here, space between, target duplicated. As you move up here, it's still happening, it's still like that, but there's nothing there for really for see. But when you get up here, you have a bit of a stretch down, which would be a Mirage event, but you don't have this part seen down here. However, think about this with me. If this were down here, then this is what it would look like. You'd have this part up on top, and then you would be able to see that part. Does that make sense? As we're looking at this on this screen right now, it looks to be just vertical, just straight up and down. But you have to understand that you're from this point to this point, you're increasing the amount of air between you and the target. That is going to change. It's like a kaleidoscope. So we have trees here. We have the ridge line, ridge line, ridge line. Do you see how it just gets washed out? That's the horizon. This is the earth. This is the earth. Sometimes you can't see this behind the oil platform. Why is that? I'll tell you why, as I suggest again that you take into consideration. This is you looking out. You see this horizon? This horizon is created by the same thing that this horizon is created by. But this horizon is farther away. You have right here a demonstration of what I'm saying. Proximity and clarity change with distance. Okay? As you look over aquatic distance into as far as the eye can see, every single time, every single thing that you see is always limited or extended because of one thing and one thing only, and that is the condition of the medium through which you are looking, which medium is affectionately known as the aetherband. Everybody drink. Okay? This boat is not being miraged. It is not in the event. However, if we lowered our perspective, or if we moved away from, which Paul can't do because he's fixed in a location, but if he were to just simply stay at the same elevation and just walk backwards, that boat would just get swallowed up into the event. It's not going beyond, it's not going behind the curve. It's not going behind the horizon. It's going into the event, which begins at the horizon, the event horizon.
This is going to be great. All the way through. Look how slow this is. Ah! It's like in the upper 50s. for it to come back out from behind.
Event horizon. The horizon is the event horizon. Everything above affects everything below as you look out into the distance because you're compressing energy. And when that energy has certain thermal expressions of temperature above and below, it creates and obscures the visibility of the distance. The fact that the floor is going up to this point is not physical. That's optical. And optics are affected by the condition of the medium through which you are looking. The only thing that ever changes what you're looking at is the condition of the medium through which you were looking. And the limitation of the... Okay, look, right? Come on. Forgive me. The land of California aside, right? Do you see the ratio of water behind it as opposed? Like, that doesn't seem... Like, why? What is this limitation of the water caused by? It's caused by one thing and one thing only. The conditions of the medium through which the observation is being made. And when you have a mirage, which is what we have here, this is a mirage. The limit of the mirage is what creates the position of this apparent water. Because that's not physically where the water is. Limited. The water is physically limited back here, farther into the distance. You see how I'm going up? I'm not really going up. That's far away. And then if you go far enough away, it just keeps getting indistinguishable. So now again, here is the space in which the event is happening. This is where the physical stops and the event starts. And this is where the event stops and the physical picks back up in the refractive index of this event. But if we were to be able to have something go into the event right here, we would watch it go up because it's going away from us. Just like if a boat was right here and it's going away from us, apparently it's going up, isn't it? Look at my cursor. It's going up, isn't it? No, that's going farther away. My cursor isn't changing angular size, which is what would happen in reality. So we know that this is not reality because this cursor isn't changing with size as I move toward. I would love for the cursor to be able to like interact with the environment and then show you what like this is what it would look like. You know, if I could move a boat into this event,